Hi YouTube, so 500 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. I know I should be building a critter for that video, right? But I'm not. Actually, this is something I've been wanting to build for a while. And I was actually given the perfect part recently for it, just last week. So I'm going to go ahead and get onto it. I've been holding this crankshaft here for a little while. I've been wanting to build an end table out of it. I got a flywheel to go on the bottom. And I was just given this beautiful brass ring gear. It goes to a construction elevator that goes up and down on the outside of buildings. It goes in the gearbox. It goes with a nice screw shaft I've got over there. I haven't cleaned it up. It's all ugly and rusty. So anyhow, this is going to go with our crankshaft here, and we're going to start a nice end table, I think. Kind of finished off. I've been cleaning up some of these gears all day, so we're going to go ahead and get started on it. I'm going to, being I can't weld to this, I'm going to do some nice little trick work with the bolts that go into it. We're going to use some of this glaze that my wife found. She saw somewhere online some people did something with, so she picked that up for me probably about 5 or 6 months ago. That's how long I've been waiting to build this table. So let's go ahead and get started on this video. I'm going to finish cleaning up some more gears and I'll get back in with it. Down. This doesn't turn out that way. This is the one that matters to be pretty. Here. Turn that down. That's it. Sizzle, sizzle, but I got a better weld out of it. So, sizzle, sizzle out the backside from the heat. But that's going to be the bottom. The front's going to be that side. Whew. At least I know it penetrated. Look. Like that. Looking down from the top of the table once it stops smoking. Hey YouTube, so alright, I know I haven't really talked much. I've done some filming of the things in between here and there. Got the base on here. Haven't really cleaned up the bolts yet. I'll probably weld it anyhow. We'll see how that works out. But got the crankshaft looking good. I got the top on, and I am going to have to nip this one tack weld underneath here and straighten it out a little bit. It is a little bit crooked. It's kind of why I stopped where I was at and put the base on there. So it's kind of where I'm at the moment. I wanted to check that before I went back to the tabletop area, and before I put the full weld on there. I'm gonna have to put the full weld before I flip it over and start putting that goop on there. So I want to at least stop and touch base where I was at, and so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that now. Then we'll flip it upside down here and we'll start putting the tabletop stuff on. Put some tin foil down because that's how the wife says I got to do it. And we'll start putting that goop stuff on and make our tabletop. Yeah, I like that. We're going to see how this turns out. I'm liking how it's turning out. That brass ring really sets it off. So I like the two-tone look. Yeah. Okay, YouTube, so I'm in my storage area of the garage here. I know I've mentioned before that I gave away half my garage to a buddy for storage. Did it in here. I got a bunch of little gnats outside. I don't want them getting caught in the epoxy. So what I did is I went to the store. I bought a 16-inch cake pan. So I got 16 inches by 2 inches. I got this thing upside down in it. Threw in the little copper round pieces there. They're actually synchros from transmission. Got them centered the best I can by eyeball. The wife built up a little extra here with some tin foil. I actually got rid of the box already, but I got the activator and the resin. So I'm gonna go and start mixing that up. Super glaze, that's the name of it. I'm gonna go and start mixing that up, and I'm gonna start spreading it in here. I really don't think I have enough in this one kit to fill this thing up, but I'm gonna do what I can do and hope it's enough to at least get it to stick together. So here we go. Okay, YouTube, so last night I didn't get as much as I wanted to in there. I was hoping to get way more than I did. I only ended up with, I think, 1/2 inch at maximum, maybe only 1/4 inch coverage on this. So I was hoping to get the full 2 inches. That didn't happen. So I went back, got 2 more boxes, which still isn't going to get me as deep as I wanted, but it's going to get me a lot closer. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this stuff up, dump it in there, see what I get. I'll probably end up with 1 more box to fill this middle up. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing right now. Go ahead and read these instructions when you get it. I'm mixing it a lot thicker than you should. And when I do this, if you're ever going to do one of these, you're going to start seeing air bubbles in here. That's what this little torch is for. You just barely skim it with the not even the colored part of the tip. You'll just get that heat go right across there, and it'll actually work those bubbles out. Being I was in the garage last night, I didn't have the best light. I see I have some air bubbles in here, but other than that, it's actually looking pretty nice, I think. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and mix some more of this, mix it up, and get it in there. Okay, so I just got home from work today, and checking on the table, it actually looks like it's pretty set up. So I look in this little gap here, there's absolutely none of it in the bottom there, which makes perfect sense to me because this ring gear is sitting right on the bottom of this cake pan I bought to set it in. So what I'm going to do is I bought 1 more box, which puts me at about $100 of product in this resin I'm using. So I'm gonna say, if you ever build one of these, I looked last night, and yeah, you can buy it cheaper on Amazon, buying quantity of it instead of buying it by the box I've been doing. So I'm gonna mix up actually half of the box, and I'm gonna fill up the inside of the ring gear here, and I'm gonna save the other half for tomorrow because this is rock hard pretty good. So I know tomorrow when I go home from work, I'll be able to flip it over and be able to strip off all this tin foil here. And I'm gonna flip it over tomorrow, and I'm gonna put 1 more bit of glaze on the top. I'll build up a little layer of tin foil like this around the edge, and that'll get rid of any little wrinkles that I have from the tin foil being inside the pan here. So tonight I'll fill this up right now, and tomorrow we'll cut back in and see what it looks like. Then I'll have to cut back in 1 more time and show you the final project. This is taking forever with the amount of glaze I'm using. Later. Oh, now I got my ducks mad, but as you can see, I got the all stripped off there. I got the ripples I was talking about in the tin foil, so I'm hoping 1 more coat of that glaze on top should cover it. I got a little bit of the brass showing from these, just a little bit, you might be able to see right there. Took my angle grinder just a little bit around this bottom edge, so got a little bit where it was rubbing on the tin foil around the corners here. A little bit of uneven, but it's my first time actually using that product. I noticed it's a little yellow. I don't know if that's from the brass kind of showing through, or if maybe I just used that a little bit too much of that product all at once. Maybe it just hardened wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it's just that brass showing through, because I know it was kind of going really crystal clear at first, until I got more and more of that brass through. So anyhow, all in all, I'm gonna call the project video done, so I can at least get it uploaded. Excuse me there. And probably do that 1 more layer I was talking about. I might work on sanding it down a little bit, get those layers out of there, see what it looks like. But I got some dust on it now. Probably put a little bit of I'll clear paint this as usual with my base coat. Anyway, So that is going to be the table I did. I'm still going to work this a little bit. If it turns out, I'll feature it in another video, just kind of show what it ended up being, unless I go a little too much with my angle grinder sander, because I know I get carried away with that sometimes. And I don't sell my products that I build, I just build them for fun. And so I don't mind going a little carried away. So anyway, thanks for watching. Once again, thanks for the 500 subscribers. I never would have ever guessed that was coming. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.